Hey, everybody. How are you guys doing? Why are you not talking?
Oh,
She's waving in silence. We're so excited today. I'm getting us all set up over here. Say something, Babette. Talk to them for a second.
What's up, family? How are you guys? I hope you're on board, man. We got John Sally today. We're so excited.
Yes,
So
yes,
excited.
yes. Well, without further, what?
Okay, here we go.
He went and put clothes on.
He put clothes on?
Hold on.
Oh, man.
All right, John.
Oh, come on, John.
Where'd he go?
Take that off.
Can you hear us?
They're not ready. Yeah, I can hear you. They're not ready. I'm still training my body.
What happened to our outfit?
Well, I'm still training my body. When I get it totally cut up, then I'll let y'all see it.
Okay, then you gotta come. Then you gotta come back on.
Come back, baby.
Now you gotta come back. How you doing today?
Every day is great. I've been waiting on this.
Oh, good.
Okay,
but wait. Before we get started, let's do our thing.
Oh.
Welcome to another episode. Come on,
well, you
Terrah,
do that. I'll just jump on.
Come on, Terrah.
Okay, no,
all right, come on. Okay,
go ahead.
Welcome to another episode of Sunday Bites and Tidbits. Today, our guest is the incredible, handsome, talented John Sally.
Keep going. Keep going.
More tall, athletic, vegan, sexy body, baller, cook,
all that.
Entrepreneur.
All that.
No, he
didn't.
Got his fashion model on, getting ready for my way.
Oh, hi, honey.
How are you? Thank y'all.
John, this is going to be so much fun.
Yes.
And our show is so easy. We just like to have a good time, be really informative, for those who are not vegans. And we've actually turned some people around.
Because we're trying to teach. We're trying to teach, but we want to have a good time at it, right?
Yeah, we ain't trying to make nobody crazy.
You look great, baby.
Thank you. You always look great. And you too.
Look
at this.
I was talking to that. You look good, John.
Thank you.
So John, for those of you who don't know, just stop, just hair all in your face. Tell us, share with everyone how you actually got started. Because I don't even know your story, how you became a vegan. Were you a vegan when you were playing ball?
I started in 1991. I was 27. I just turned 56 last Saturday. And I got
birthday.
Thank you. And I had high cholesterol, like 271, and they were going to put me on Lipitor.
Whoa.
And one of the side effects with Lipitor is impotence. So I said, there got to be another way.
Wait a minute, how old were you when you were going to
27. They were talking about making it's never been a problem. But y'all going to make it a problem? No. So
that's hilarious.
I found Dr. Jewel Pookrum, and I had my first colonic because I was full of some horrible intestinal toxins. And then I went into macrobiotics. But I was a lying vegetarian until 2007. And then I decided to stop lying to anybody and stop lying to myself in particular.
What is a lying vegetarian?
A lying vegetarian.
The ones that eat cheese and shrimp and lobster and have butter and cow cheese and goat cheese.
Well, vegetarians eat cheese, don't they?
Once again, that's a lying vegetarian. So the truth of a vegetarian is they deal in vegetables. There's no such vegetable called milk.
That's true.
And shrimp.
So if you eat milk, you're aiding and abetting the murder and torture of 56 billion land animals. Then you're not a vegetarian. You're a flesh eater and co-conspirator to murder.
Oh my God, the murderers!
Murderer!
Okay, so you're 27, and they were going to shut your business down.
No, and when I got to colonic, because it was weird, they don't quite tell me what's happening, and there's this older white woman in there, and she was, "This gonna be okay?" But I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" So she explains it. all right, I'll try it. And I'm like, how long you been doing it? She was 72. And you could not tell me this lady was over 50. And she was of the other race, which usually cracks differently.
Yes.
Cracks
And
easily.
she said, if you stay hydrated, there'd be no reason for a desert on your face.
Wow.
And then she explained it. Like when you see cracks in the dirt, in the desert, that's literally the earth is looking for water. So same as your body. So on this part of the earth, I keep it as replenished and polished as possible.
Excellent.
So the colonics was
Well, see, this is the deal. The colonics move the
I love
toxic
colonics.
waste.
right.
Yeah. And I got this lady at named Deanie in the valley right here on Tampa. I would give you the whole information. She's the most unbelievable. And I've been doing them obviously since 1991. And right. So this is the deal. Once you remove, like everyone talks about eating well and being vegan or going raw and eating this and taking this herb. But that's like literally painting the outside of your house and not cleaning the inside of your house.
Thank you.
Right. So and everybody talking about detoxing, there's so many different ways to detox. There's one way to detox. That is to eliminate things from your body.
Yes.
So if you're doing juices and you're detoxing, if you're doing herbs, if you're fasting, there's only one way to detox, to remove some horrible intestinal toxins out of your lower intestines.
Sure.
So once you do that, then now the flora, now your body can, when you eat properly, can use all of the vegetables and the foods to help you not have prostate cancer, which is huge with men, especially black men.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing. Like, and I tell all these men that are listening, because two beautiful women are there and one knucklehead, me. This is the thing I tell men about prostate cancer. You will have or die from prostate cancer one time in your life, period. So I'm not telling you I'm going to make you live forever. I'm talking about extending the arc. So not putting carcinogens in your body that have to sit and go on your prostate. Because if you don't have a prostate, you can't hold your pee. And if you can't hold your pee, you can't hold the blood in the region. So if you got a strong prostate, you can hold the blood when the brain tells it. And if you got a big old belly and you all of a sudden see Chef Babette and you go, wow, and you send blood down, the blood's going to go to your stomach and try to digest that unprocessed food. And the other stuff is going to be like, we need more blood. So men, pay attention. You keep that vitality. You know, I'm working on right now on how much zinc I get in my system. I'm working on making sure I keep the system developing as strongly as possible.
I'm sorry. I'm technically challenged.
That's okay.
I'm checking for questions because people are going to ask questions, and then
okay, yeah. Never tell a guest what you're doing. Do your thing.
Let me tell you something. I'm for real.
I think you've probably already answered the question that I normally like to ask my guests. When you became vegan for a specific reason, but it's obvious that through this journey, you've changed that reason multiple times. There are so many other reasons to become vegan. And I can appreciate it. But I just love hearing you talk and teach. That is so important. We're so bamboozled and so ignorant out here when it comes to what we're supposed to be consuming to nourish ourselves. We feel like we need a whole bunch of stuff that we just don't need.
Well, the deal is we're allergic. We're addicted to sugar, right? So, okay, period. Can't change it. We're addicted to sugar. It's been forced upon us and everything around us and all of our foods. I mean, in all of our foods. So, and when I'm talking about black folks, so they push, knowing that sugar will break us down. That's one thing that would break down an original man, is that sugar. So when you're eating those things, they feel, that parasite in their stomach is saying, don't listen to them. They feed me, Seymour. Give me that stuff because you like the way it tastes. I told somebody, I said, so you're really into literally, I don't know, 20 seconds of taste. And so you would rather eat this dead thing because it has the taste on it. Because the truth is, you don't like meat. If you did, you would eat it raw.
Right.
Yeah, if you like it raw, you just grab it and eat it. But you can't do that. You wouldn't do that. You need seasoning. You black. You need seasoning. So, and in that seasoning, they have all kind of chemicals that just make you keep coming back to it. And this is it was a truthful thing that I started off because of personal reasons. But that's okay. It's all right for it to be personal. And some people call it selfish. No, I'm only responsible for one person on the planet, and that's me. And if I make me the best person I can possibly be, then I enhance the planet. So, and playing ball, and y'all saw Last Dance with Michael Jordan. When you focus on being the best you can possibly be, it happens. It happens.
That's
Kobe
true.
focused, just when you focus, whether it's basketball, cooking,
Preach. I love it.
focus. You focus on what I just want to be the best I can possibly be without leaving a footprint on the planet where everybody live and let live and let everything be as it's supposed to be. Like there's no reason for me to sit around and think I have to control everybody else's life. It's just not the way it is.
John, thank you for that. That's so beautiful.
That's
so sharp. That's why we wanted you on the show. We're so excited to have you on this show because we basically our goal is to introduce people to people like yourself. Now here you are, had played basketball, just amazing individual, and most guys are looking like, yeah, well, I got to, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
it's fake. It's fake.
It's fake, huh?
But not even just guys. I think people in general, especially as you start to age, you just start to accept the fact that your body, things are going to just morph into being something that's out of your control. Like when I was pregnant with my first daughter, I remember this because I was always a workout. I always ate well. I didn't eat meat since '79, but this woman first saw me when I was, she said, "Oh, you wait till your second child. That's when you really gonna gain all the weight." And I looked at her like, people. And the second time I had twins, and within 2 weeks I was in my crop top, and I said, "Boy, I wish I knew who she was," because I was just walk that up and go, "Bam, what?" Right. Because we buy into certain things and we just decide that, okay, yes, because I'm pregnant, I'm supposed to gain weight. Oh, because I'm getting older, I'm going to have ailments, and because of this and because of that. When it's not even the case. If you start taking care of yourself, whatever that means to you, early on, then when you get older, it just excites you more to be healthier and healthier and healthier and healthier because you see that I could do things. If you saw some of the stuff I did today, I could do things that people would be like, "What?" Seriously.
You're like, that's me doing it?
Yeah,
exactly.
My mom told me that too. My mom told me when I was, she says, once you go through menopause and all this kind of stuff, you'll gain the weight. You'll gain the weight. Never gain the weight. Never went through that.
But it's also an inner outer thing, too. It's what you put in. What you decide is going to matter what goes in your body. I don't want to feel sick when I don't want to have mucus from the cheese and stuff. And I love me some cheese. I could eat a whole platter full of brie cheese by myself with olives at a party. And then I had to go, because I'd wake up
and you either wake up choking or you wake up and you done cleared the room out, got your what's coming out of you?
I didn't have that. I just had more mucusy out my nose. But sometimes my friend goes, but he always saying, "Girl, I can't have no cheese. Well, just give me a little bit and then just leave." I said, "Well, what's to do all that? That's a lot of work."
So, John, you're always in the community, always have projects going on. What's up in Compton? Are you a part of that situation in Compton?
So in Compton, 546 West Compton Boulevard, my partner Roland pulled me in, Roland Martin, and he started Planet Health. And part of it is a place to sell clothes, hip hop clothes, things that you would go and get from Melrose, or you would get from the good part of Melrose, not just the one where they sell I'm talking about the other side where they sell a boutique. And we got a cafe. We got a cafe in the middle of it.
I love it.
To the side of it, we have a stage. So I watched you at the what is it, Hot and Cool Cafe? One time.
Oh, a long time ago, yeah. When you did that thing where where your girl V showed up, went into the Hot and Cool Cafe. Right. Yeah, she never.
So we decided to build the stage, do our podcast from there. have speakers come up, have poetry in there at a certain time. And then on one other side, we sell coffee because Magic Johnson proved to people, Black people do drink coffee. But we got filtered water and we got coffee from West Africa.
I love you.
And then on the next side, we sell hair because Black people like to buy hair. And everybody talks about wearing wigs, wearing weaves. My mother had literally, I've never not seen that styrofoam head with a wig on it, depending on what hat she wanted to wear, because it was about dress up. And so when guys talk about, I don't like girls who are faking her, well, I always say, you must have been raised by a female. You don't have any male inside you, because that right there is to attract you. That shouldn't be your target. If you think, well, I don't like her hair, I don't like the lip, I don't like the makeup, I don't like her boobs, I don't like, hey, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. But focus on where you're supposed to.
Say for real, right? Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So I got another place open in San Bernardino called Plant Organics with my partners Shiloh and Terrence, and it's a vegan restaurant, again with great coffee. But the entire inside is an art gallery.
Oh,
so we're gonna
nice.
have local artists that come in, and then on Friday nights we have quiet disco. So we put on your headphones and it's gonna be disco out.
That's so cool. Okay, I got
we just decided to be inside. Like I've been watching, like I said, I've been on the planet for a while, and I've been watching, and because you guys talked about a little while ago, I was born 1964 in May, so this is a brand new Mustang Sally, and it's in mint condition. So when people start talking about putting on weight, I don't put rims on this car.
Slow your Mustang down.
I make sure it's clean on the inside, clean on the outside. I show it off on weekends. You have white folks walk around going, "What kind of engine is that?" That's a big one, baby. You know that's
perfect.
Okay,
so it's just. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, baby. Go.
Right. It's just about. You hear it all, and I'm from it all. So if other races, Koreans, Vietnamese, Armenians, Caucasians, Latinas can put restaurants and put stores and literally know that you're going to those stores and you're mad about gentrification, we regentrify before gentrification. And we don't call it the hood no more. We're enhancing our community.
There you go.
Period.
Beautiful.
And and the best thing about Planet Health is we have an empty lot that's going to be a 24-hour, 7-day a week farmers market. So it'll be a farmers market, and we grow our own plants.
That is brilliant.
So, and it's for everybody. And it's just the first one. Roland said the next one is to be in Houston, and then after that we'll probably head to Dallas, and because those are the fastest growing vegan restaurant communities in our country.
Dallas is huge.
Then Miami, and then Atlanta, Mississippi, Alabama, North Carolina,
everywhere.
But I'm literally strategically going into places because below the Bible Belt, 54% of all Black people live below the Bible Belt, live in the South. So I'm literally, the way I feel I can help people is give them options. They can still go to their bad food. We got I'm not going to mention his name right now, but we got a preacher in Compton that heard me on the radio in 2005. That was 15 years ago. And he went vegan then. And he literally is working on getting his congregation. And he has access to 100 different churches. So the only way Black people, I feel, in this country, because Dick Gregory said the two strongest thing in the Black community is the Black woman and the Black church. Mm-hmm. Well, if we enhance the Black women, as you guys are showing it, and we tell the Black church, show them the way that the Bible tells them to eat, the way our body is designed to eat. And I don't yell and talk to people. We're sages. We lay it out. And like you said, so many people converted. We converted people today. No, we're not Christians. We're not going to hit you over the head and say, who's your Lord and Savior? We're not saying Christian, that kind of Christian was bad. We're just going to lay it out. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, all paths lead to the castle.
I love you. You know what? I want to take just this moment to thank you. You've always come to the community. You ain't never had a problem coming in, stuff I eat, hanging out. I mean,
I love Black people.
I know you are just amazing. You're
I'm like Joe Biden. I love black people.
I can tell.
We got a couple of questions for you, John. So, last name is Chapel. Looks like Wilsey. Can John speak to how he
Put your glasses on and read it.
Huh?
Put your glasses on and read it.
He's actually, no, shut up. That's a style, John. First of all, they're dirty as heck.
Functionality. Get some stylish frames. Use your glasses.
No, you know what? I copied it so it wouldn't go away, and it's really small. So it says, we'll see. I can't see, you can't tell. But the last name is Chapel. It says, can John speak to how he maintains his energy level and his protein intake with his vegan diet?
Okay, so how I maintain it is, one, if you eat animal flesh, you lose energy. And to prove that, now you do get B12 if you eat red meat, because they cook the red meat and it synthesizes the blood, right? But there's other ways of getting B12. If not, you will see your body will get tired because your body wants to digest that, and you act like a dog, right? You act like a dog. You eat, you lay down, you go to sleep because your body's like, yo, you put some things in here. We got to figure it out. So if you want to maintain your energy, don't eat, to be honest. Drink some distilled water, spring water, let your body detox, and then slowly start eating. I would start off with, I got a company I'm working with, Spirulina for Life. It's a live spirulina, not the powder stuff. It's alive.
Really?
And it has everything in it. So if you eat the nutrients, remember, your body's not hungry, it's nutrient deficient.
Mm-hmm.
So if you give it the nutrients and the minerals, all of a sudden it's going to run like a thoroughbred and not move like a mule.
Love it. Good.
Run like a
good
thoroughbred.
answer. Good
That sounds like
answer.
And they talk about protein. I tell them all day, I have never seen a cow eat a steak. I have never saw a gorilla eat a steak. I have never, ever, ever seen an elephant eat a steak. If you want to be as strong as an ox, eat what the ox eats, greens, and smoke some.
Love it.
Oh! Oh! Okay, hold on. One more question, and then you're going to get to the answer. Okay, Stephanie Alexander says, how do you detox and ingest dairy or eggs unknowingly?
I don't unknowingly.
Well, maybe not you. Maybe she did that.
You don't have to either.
Huh?
You don't have to either. You don't have to either. Most people are adults, and most people know how to read. And so to make it simple, if it comes off a tree and it comes off a vine, eat it.
Okay, but if you at somebody's house and they tell you, and you didn't know that it was in the meal or something that they made, and now you're trying to get it out of your system, what any suggestions?
What if you were at somebody's house and they were a devil worshiper? Would you worship?
Oh my God! Just poor girl got
stuck. Not say a devil worshiper.
Poor girl got stuck. She might have ate something and she just asked.
Try to do you a saltwater course, sweetheart. Get you some
sea
caviar.
This right here.
Get you some sea caviar.
You're in control of this. You're in control of what you say, and you're in control of what you eat. If you don't know, don't eat it. That's like saying, oh my God, is this clean? Well, let me lick the counter to find out. No. If you don't know, you say, I'm not going to eat off of that because I don't know.
Okay.
If you don't know, don't eat it.
In hindsight, because you didn't have this wealth of knowledge before. So in hindsight, now, what would you tell somebody who needs to clean out after they lick the counter from the dirt because they was just that interested in it?
Well, a fish can swim in fresh water, not clean water. So you can eat all kinds of things. And if it has eggs in it and it has milk in it, I'm not going to say it's not going to kill you. It may. But if you're cleaning and you get to that point and you start talking about, I don't want to offend people, then you should say, well, I don't want to offend you. And they go, well, I slaved over this whole thing. You say, yeah, but you made it with menstrual cycle of a chicken and bovine fluid. Why you don't want me to insult you? You're insulting me by asking me to put this toxin into my body. If this is the deal, when you become vegan, there's the one thing I can tell you, everybody knows. because you tell everybody when you first come. If they don't respect that, then they don't respect you. That's okay. You don't have to eat their food.
That's true.
Eat first. Ask my daughters, before we leave the house, we eat first in case we get there and you're whack.
We used to do that. We used to do that too. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, you said eat a little something healthy, smoke a little something healthy. So let's talk about the smoke a little something.
Yeah, I got into the cannabis business with my daughter, Tyler. Our company is called Deuces22. You can check it out on Instagram, Deuces22.cannabis. Mm-hmm. And so part of it is, we do teach people. We have Deuces Academy. We do educate people digitally. But we also, we started a boutique label which only sells flower. We sell indica, hybrid, and sativa. We were supposed to launch in Nevada on April 9th, and here in Los Angeles on the 15th of April, and in Jamaica on the 20th. But we're shooting the show. We're showing the making of this brand. And you get to see what Tyler picks and how she picks, and through her nose and through tasting it and through education and how they grow it. So if you're sitting around there with a ton of chemicals and you're talking about this, we're not buying that weed. The deal is, we made weed, just like I just told you, don't have to eat if you don't know what's in it. Well, we're making it where I know what's in my weed, so I don't have to sit around. They go, well, you don't know, it's been genetically modified. Exactly. Just like Michael Jordan was genetically modified. There was no human like him before either. Just look how good that turned out.
Right.
And that's why in Jamaica we grow ganja, which is a difference. Our THC is different than the THC here in California. So, and then, I'm a follower of Dick Gregory and mostly everything he says. And he talked about how bad the cannabis was, the marijuana. And I agree. So we here in Northern California grow weed in Humboldt with Vital Garden Supply, which is the organic supplier for gardening. We've been doing that for 35 years. So I know who's growing my weed, and that's the weed we sell. So if we don't have enough, then it's not on the shelf. And they go, well, we're going to buy something else. God bless you. You buy the best when it comes around, and not everything that is everywhere is for everybody. So we are selling what we grow.
Excellent.
Wow. Excellent. Wow. So your whole
we also started an insurance company.
Okay, what's that? Talk about that.
Conscious Insurance. This is the deal. If you smoke weed or you work in the weed business, it's hard to get anything. So we found it where we have somebody to back it. If you're a marijuana smoker, you can't be a cigarette smoker. We don't want to. You can be whatever you want. But if you smoke cigarettes, we're not insurable. But if you smoke cannabis, we do. And if you have a cannabis business, we will insure your business, insure your employees. And as opposed to people right now, Cobra is $1,200 a month. We are way less than that, not even maybe 10%. And so you can finally be insured. And that's why I call it conscious insurance. So you can pay attention. You should be conscious. This is insurance for those who are woke. You said, well, if you're so woke and so healthy, why do you need insurance? Well, I'd rather be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in the war. So I stay ready.
So you got your hands in everything. Everything that's health. It's like one thing leads to the next, leads to the next, leads to the next. And it all kind of comes in a full circle of like almost like an umbrella with all these little spokes coming down that all can tie together in your wholeness.
Yeah.
I mean,
you ever see those gurus in India?
Yeah.
The people bowing at them and throwing flowers, and they sit back and they talk and they get their point out and they say whatever, and then you look and they live in a palace and they do, and you think, man, this is the kind of preacher I want to be. I want to live large. They must be taking care of them. And then I found out that some of those gurus has 72 businesses, and in Hebrew, God has 72 names. 72 businesses.
Wow.
I'm trying to have 7 streams of positive income. As many streams of income as possible as long as I'm on the planet. That's not just for me. It's for everybody that sees it and everybody that works with it. And remember, if I build a strong mentality, being the best person I can be the strong link in this link to my ancestors, to this link to the future. I need to strengthen myself. So I look for I try to get into stuff I eat and go into partnership with them, but Babette and her husband said no.
That's not true, John. But y'all can invite
That's
me
very
down.
true.
Y'all can invite me down to
Hey,
Compton.
I got to shoot my shot, Babette.
So Stephanie Alexander, the person who was asking about the dish, she came back and she said, "Okay, I'll just tell the person that told me the dish was vegan they lied, and I'll detox the prunes. Oh, detox with prunes. LOL. Thanks, John." She said,
Yeah, just drink water. If you
No, baby,
drink
get yourself some
liters of water, good water.
Get some CKLS and do yourself a what's that, saltwater flush. Yeah, that'll help. That'll help a little bit.
but you know what's so cool about what you're doing, John, because there's so many areas and avenues that we as people don't understand because we don't know. You know what I mean? So you kind of stick with what you know for the rest of your life. Like if this is what your mom and them did, you know, then you do it, you know, and then their mom and them did it. And everybody just passes it down until somebody meets someone like you, or somebody gets so sick that they, you know, everybody, like one of my friends, everyone in her family passed away or was passing away early. And now she's thinking about what can I do different now. And I, you know, and I'm like, yeah, you kind of got to look at when y'all get together, y'all do all the same things, the same consciousness. And
they all die from the same illnesses.
All die from the same illnesses. And you, but go ahead, John. Go.
This is why we're talking to the churches. They go to church, and then after church, if they're not at Agape 10 years ago, they don't get Babette's food. Right? So I only heard about Babette from somebody who went to Agape. And then when I met she and her husband in Long Beach, she was like, who do you think you are? And she was like, who do you think you are? And she didn't know. Your husband was like, yo, I heard he was looking for. And she was like, well, that pie gonna cost $40. I was like, that's all? And you remember that? I was extra nice, and you were like, who is he? Why is everybody running around him? Yeah, she was like, you know how Babette just dismissed you if she think you. But I had heard about the food, and then I started going to Inglewood to taste the food, and she'll tell you, I was going so much and asking her so many questions, and she had, you know, I had owned 5 restaurants. Well, this is going to be my 6th restaurant, but I had owned 4 before, and I was asking these questions because I kept thinking, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this again? Do I want to do this again? And it's just easier to teach and show you how to cook it. And then that's just not who I am. I'm more of a people person, and I realize people need to feel it out. People need to see you do it and then taste you do it, and then they get enough guts to do it. I only stopped you because I realized, because just like everyone else, that what I was inheriting from my mother, one, long life. A lot of my family lives long time. We got great genes, but they all wind up getting diabetes, high blood pressure, and dying from the same thing because we passed down the recipes. So I took my mom's recipes, which was close to like 600 recipes, and made them vegetarian. And this is in the 90s. I now went to make them vegan, and I have a little bit of grapeseed in my life, but I don't put oil in my body. So now I would have to change that recipe back over. And like you saw me cooking in grapeseed, but then it's going to be drained and pushed and pulled out, and then it's going to be flaky. But I figured out how to cook without it. And they go, well, you shouldn't eat cooked food anyway. Well, we're humans, and we've adapted. We have not adapted to breaking down flesh of a mammal. That's a better way of putting it. The flesh of an apple, the flesh of a banana, of a watermelon, that flesh we can eat. But of a mammal, our body will not break that down.
So let me ask you this. We brought this up in an earlier show. Let me ask you this from your opinion when people say, you know, my blood type needs meat. I hear, you know, you hear that periodically. Well, I'm a type. I don't understand the types, but you know, but I'm supposed to have meat. I can't function without meat. And I noticed that a couple of people over the years who said that after like 3 days of not eating meat, that's when they go, no, I need meat because I can tell. Like, yeah, well, you only gave yourself 3 days off of it, and you feel different already. So now, yeah, he's like, I'm growing. but you want to make it seem like it's because I need the meat, but it's because you're detoxing. But go ahead.
Okay, so not to blow it down to you, but they do need the meat because they're addicts.
They're addicts.
So you're an addict, so you do need the meat. Like if I just take you off of a heroin right now and don't bring in methadone or figure out a way, you going to go crazy in 3 days.
Look at you.
So if you're addicted, you're an addict, you're going to need it. It's not, and it's so funny. It's not like your body's going, I got to have the protein, because you don't break the protein down and use it. You get the B12, you get the fat out of it, but your body, everything is protein. And bioavailability, what's available for your body are vegetables, right? I keep messing it up, Tyler. But anyway, you have the same, that's that weed. You have the same hookup as a plant. So you have to literally pay attention to where it's going. And this is the difference. I studied Dick Gregory. I was with Dick Gregory. I heard from him, talked to him, went to his funeral, would ask him questions since 2005 when I finally got the chance to meet him. And the way he would teach Black people was one way, and he's been doing it since the 60s. So I remember when I was name drop right here, Cicely Tyson, the day she became raw and vegan was 1968 when Martin Luther King got murdered.
Wait a minute, so she's been raw and vegan since 68?
That's why Cicely Tyson is 92 and still doing it. Walking without assistance. Same, and she accredits it to how you take care of your body and what you put in your body. If this is a Mustang Sally. It's 1964 mint condition. But I also have, I could make this a Ferrari, and I'm not going to put low octane gas in this high octane.
Thank you.
I'm going to keep it at the highest level. And I'm just go back to this one thing. People that go around and say you get older and this is what happens. I'm a champion. I've never give up. I never believe that my body will do what it wants to do as opposed to what I tell it to do.
Tell it to do. Very good. Beautiful.
Somebody said, did John just say that's the weed?
That's the weed.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Sometimes I got words and they switch up in the brain and it just smoke away. I go, where?
Okay, so for people who don't smoke, I don't smoke, but
you should eat it. You should eat it. Like, yeah, the reason you should eat it, if you have green leafy vegetables and you don't smoke weed and you don't want to take, the best way of ever doing any kind of plant is you get the plant, you can use the leaves and the bud being the cannabis that has most of the psychotropics, and you cut it up while it's dried in its dry state and make it like a seasoning. Then add your salad together and then put your dressing together and eat it. It's the best way of putting it in your system, and your high will be extended. That's why I make organically grown weed, because I focus on what I put in my body.
So, okay, back to a person who does not smoke. So the purpose of me doing that would be to do what? Like benefits. What are my benefits?
Your benefit is one, relaxation. It's just like taking magnesium, but to help your muscles relax. It literally will open your brain and move you away from small-minded thinking. It will enhance your pineal gland.
So your penis?
People who don't believe it, it will enhance your libido, which also enhances your fire in your belly. It will help you digest foods. It is as good as spinach or kale inside your system.
Never knew that.
I know. When I found, hey, I didn't smoke weed. I didn't drink. I ain't never snorted. I just liked women. That was my thing, right? So imagine being in the NBA where everybody supposedly doing all kinds of things. I was a wet towel. And you know what that means? There's no use for a wet towel. You know, you got a towel once it dry. You don't want it wet and laying on you. And that was a wet towel. Like guys would go and sneak and get high to the side, and I had no idea. I say this, if I would have known about cannabis, the benefits of it, when I first started, I would have played longer than Kobe. I played 15 years. I quit because I didn't like it anymore.
Really?
I could have kept going. I was in better shape. I was working up with Coach E up there on Kenneth Hahn in 2000. You can go back and see my BET shows. I was cut up. I was 36 years old. And I was like, I can play like Kareem until I'm 42. I can play that I'm 46. And I just didn't like it anymore. And Phil wasn't going to give me another job. So I was going to have to go to a team that I knew was going to lose. So, you know, I'm not into losing. So I quit.
How many rings do you have?
I have 4. Deserve 7.
Wow.
You said 4 with what?
I deserve 7.
He said he deserves 7 and has 4. Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody said red rooibos. Red rooibos is excellent for your libido.
It is. This is the crazy thing. It is actually for your libido, but so is Ali Tomcat is great for it. Siberian ginseng, comfrey, and fenugreek. What else? Shoot. I can give you the whole breakdown, but I'd rather you go to johnsally.com and ask these questions.
Go to johnsally.com.
Y'all better go to johnsally.com.
You do consultations and stuff like that, and you don't have time for that.
I have health coaches that work with me. So I literally, if you call in and you want to get with a health coach, and somebody goes, I want you to be the health coach. I go, I know you do, but I'm not.
But I'm not. I got other stuff to do.
I'm not, because only because I put people around, and like I said, the strongest link. So I employ people to, and I put them in place. I'm not just going to have you do this and not have people in place to help you along. But you know, that's like saying, you know, it may be an ego thing. If I can talk to you, I will. But you know, I plan on spewing out and putting out a bunch of positive information, and you get the energy that way. I'm not like somebody. I'm a sage.
What do you think? Where do you see us headed in terms of our planet and global warming?
Oh, I think the planet is great. I think the planet has been through some really bad things before. I think it could. I think this setback, this quarantine, was good. They got to see how many people were sheep. They got to see exactly how they can control it. But in the process, they got us not to gather. I just got to say this. The 6 feet thing drives me crazy. Let me tell you why. If you're sick, if somebody is sick, it doesn't make a difference if I'm 10 feet away. If I'm in the environment and that air is circulating, and any of those pellets and anything, this just how you get the flu too, right? It's flu season, but you cool, and all of a sudden somebody's at work and he's like, oh man, I shouldn't have come in. I shoot. And I'm like, oh man, don't touch anything. Y'all ain't going around wiping things down. You get away from him. Next day you got it. Next day you got it. Next day you got it. Whether you got a strong immune system or not, your body will take it, fight it, and then spew it out. When you do the 6 feet thing, there's no gathering. People treat you like a leper. There's no real conversation. There's just fear. So while this financial destruction happened in America and around the world, destruction, if you follow stocks and understand how bad the economy is, if we were able to gather and there was nothing else, the country would have been in civil war.
Whoa.
So it just would have, right? Oh, when it gets 80 degrees, you're going to take your mask off? When you going to stop treating people that you love like lepers? Like, it doesn't make any sense. If you get 98% recovery and y'all are talking about this, it's to the point where people are so fearful that we're just antibiotic resistant. So as opposed to that, enhance your energy. Stop becoming a cemetery for food, for animals.
A cemetery.
Ooh.
Stop destroying your look that you worked hard as high school. And my brother came in town. He's 225 pounds. He was still strong. Came in, would sneak out of the house, go to Walmart and buy licorice, and then come back and try to hide it. That is addicted to sugar. I find it, get rid of it. I'm glad it wasn't cocaine or heroin. It was just licorice. And he was, oh, you're such an a-hole. Whatever. He went back 284, now 279, and now alive at 61 years old, and had about 7 different cancers inside of his body. That when he came out here, I didn't tell him. I just brought him in front of the healers, and they look at me, and I was like, yeah, we're just going to fix it. Or he going to fix it. He's going to fix it because he's the one with the mouth. He's the one that got to drink the water. He's the one that got to walk. He's the one that has to stretch. He's the one that has to believe. I like, you know what I'm saying? Orpheus all day.
Still
I'll
addicted
lead you to the door. It's up to you to open it.
Still addicted to licorice, or is he off of it?
No, you know, some of his teeth fell out, and I go, that's what sugar does, brother. And then you see all these black people, you missing this tooth right here? Or you missing this tooth right here? Calcium. That's calcium.
Ah.
Right?
John,
These are bones.
John, someone wants the address to the center in Compton.
546 West Compton Boulevard, across the street from New Era. We
546.
1 block away from New Body.
Oh, that's not the Gosses.
Say it again. Say it again. 546.
546 West Compton Boulevard. We'll be open hopefully in 60 days or less.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm just typing it in here for
Excellent.
those. Will be open in 60 days
Or less.
or less.
Hopefully. You still got the wine?
The world is changed, huh?
You still doing the wine, honey? The organic wine?
Yeah,
Well,
that was my question.
no,
So you
I had vegan wine. I had vegan wine in the vineyard was sustainable, meaning we didn't bring anything into. So there's no pesticides. We didn't get the organic label because 1, a lot of organic wines don't taste good, and 2, I wasn't giving somebody money for them to give me a piece of paper to do what I naturally do. So let me tell y'all, if you're black and you want to drink wine, Brown Estates. Brown Estates.
Brown
Estates. That's right, up in Napa. Brown Estate, black-owned vineyard, family support.
Love it. Okay.
wonderful. So you guys heard that. Brown Estate.
Thank
I'm
you.
not a big wine drinker, but every now and then, because I was going to ask you, so you got the weed, you got the food, you got to have the wine.
Right.
And that
well, I was gonna name my wine Jesus' Choice, and they told me I couldn't do that. And then one of the names was made by Jesus, and they were like, "Who? What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, you know, all you Christians believe he turned water into wine." So I was going to name it that, but everybody.
Who told you no? Who told you no? Who told you?
You know, when people go, "What are you doing?" I said, "What?"
Jesus' Choice. I like that.
I like that name.
I did too. Watch somebody steal it now. But this is the deal. I'm going to say it again. A fish can swim in fresh water, not clean water. So they go, well, you're eating that, it's destroying your liver. No, because I take CKLS from New Body, from Dr. Goss, and I clean my colon, my kidney, my liver, my spleen. And this is the deal. Your body is in war right now. That's what inflammation is. When you swell up, your body's in war right now, sitting in your clean house. It's at war. It's at war. Things are trying to get into your avatar. I enhance my killer cells. That whatever I do, it moves out.
So
and
do you do shops and stuff for people? Just basic, like a weekend where they can come. So, okay, so this is what I propose for you, John. Okay, so Friday.
Oh, okay, you're going to propose for me. Go ahead.
And I'll help you put together. So Friday, it's like a weekend retreat. So Friday, you know, you have some good food, you mingle and meet everybody. John's gonna do a little talking about what the weekend's gonna be like. You know, you have your healthy food in the evening, you have your little food and some wine. And then Saturday morning, you wake up, there's some exercise, you know, fitness, some more food. Then we're gonna talk about this stuff. Get your pad and pencil so people can write everything down. In the evening, it's you put on your
I have it.
So you have your weed again, some wine, and then Sunday
perfect.
meditation. So this is your whole weekend. Come on,
Your
John,
whole
what's up?
weekend. Come on. Come
Where you looking?
on.
Where you looking?
Let's do it.
What's the
So
problem?
2 years ago, I did it in St. Martin. We had 13 people show up. It was only $3,000 for the week.
What?
I have it in Palm Springs, and we were about to launch in Palm Springs in the pandemic. So I was giving them 4 times a year. I got a place in the Bahamas and a place in Tennessee, and we were going to do it this way. And I believe in cannabis. So if you want to get down, you can. Now, you know how you said you got up and you got like a schedule. This is the trip about me, which I've realized about people. When you get a schedule, your body is constantly working. If I tell you, hey, we're going to have this, we're going to have this, and when you wake up, you wake up. And when you get up, we're going to ask you to shower. We're going to ask you to drink 32 ounces of water. We're going to ask you to have this green drink. We're going to give you this acidophilus. We're going to put these herbs in your system. And then when you're around to it, you say, hey, you want to work out today? And you go, yeah. Sorry, I'm going to schedule this. I'll come back and get you ready in about an hour. The deal is everybody goes on vacation and they work. When you want to let your body relax, like when you're flushing your liver, you got to let go. You got to sit still. Emails don't make it. And that's one of the ideas. I was taking cell phones, and people are like, "Oh, you can't do that. That right there is an anxiety." I go, exactly. I said the name of it was disconnect. We were disconnecting you from the matrix, and then replugging you back in with admonition.
Love it.
So we were doing it. It's not that costly. It's in part, and the only reason I went to Palm Springs is because they had thermal water there, the same that they have in Usher, Dr. Sabi's place down in Honduras. We have right here in Palm Springs. So there's only 8 places on the planet, 13 places on the planet with it, and Los Angeles, California has it. So that's the reason I was going out to where that water is. I would rather have you in Costa Rica or have you in Jamaica, which we're working on, and have you close to that water, especially if you're an African descent, because mostly our people were from the shorelines of Africa, right? That came over in the slave boats. So I understand. I'm not guaranteeing it, but we're better when we're closer to the beach. Those ions coming into our body, feeling and breathing that. You go down to Trinidad. I went swimming and they call it the sea. That beach ain't nice. It ain't like Santa Monica. Those waves are moving, and you get in all that water, and then you know how you grab a towel in America? They don't. They dry, and then they don't shower. And I go, well, I got to shower. I got to get this off. They go, no, you got to let that salt sink into your body. You got to let your body. That's where we're originally from. You got to let your body absorb that back. Couldn't believe it. But so in Costa Rica, I was 28 days in the jungle. When I came home, it was hard to sleep inside because I had literally connected, and that got to the point where I got better and better.
Beautiful. Well, it sounds like when you get ready to do the next one, if I'm available, because I love. Yes, some people are like, I'll go. One person said, $3,000 for a week is a steal. Let's see who else. Oh, someone said, thank you guys for putting this together. Tell him, meaning you, I'm going to reach out to him with questions about how we can help with performance. Also tell him, don't act funny when I reach out. That's Lanice J. You know Lanice J?
You know Lanice J?
Because that's an inside joke. Don't act funny. Don't act funny.
Well, she knows John. She knows John.
So this is the deal. This is funny because you said $3,000 is expensive. Okay, I want you to think about this.
No, she said
go get a hotel room.
She said it was a steal.
It was a steal for a week.
For a weekend. Whatever she
right?
Yeah.
That's
so
a good.
Imagine you get a hotel room without food, without me, without relaxation. That's $150. Right. You're getting up. We found a place in Puerto Rico. Man, is one of the baddest places I've ever seen. But people don't know to go to Puerto Rico. We'll bring it to it. This is thing too. I don't go everywhere because I don't take everybody's energy. You know, I'm not one of those people that, you know, I don't want to lay hands on you. So or, you know, I'm not that kind of person who deals in healing. I'm a student, and what resonates in my system and in my spirit, I didn't put into the universe.
I love it.
Hey, I got to get going. I love y'all. Thank you for having me.
You gotta go
And this
too.
show is great.
Oh,
Now,
wait.
my show is coming out.
Where you
My show is coming out soon.
Let's wrap it up. Okay, I got to go. What, y'all? Did y'all hear him?
We were getting ready to wrap
Hey,
it up. Wait for you to finish.
hey, Babette. I live in a house with 7 women. Now that sounds great.
Like this now.
Unless the 7 women are your children and your wife and your nieces and your the only male here with me now is I have a puppy. That's it. So when they look at me hungry and I'm the cooker, they looking at me like,
how long?
Well, tell them thank you.
Tell them
thank you. And we love you so much, John. This was such a great treat for all of us and for everybody out there.
A combination. You put the wine, food, and weed. Everybody's covered.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'm gonna bring y'all on my show.
You better.
Great, also.
Okay.
Each one teach one.
Bye-bye.
JohnSally.com. Stay alive.
All right. Bye-bye. I know.
I got to go.
Anyway, so let me get us back to one screen here before we sign off with everyone.
What a great show.
And so informative, you know, so informative.
I knew that.
So anyway, we're so happy that you guys tuned in.
Oh, but we didn't get a chance to show you our vegan pizza today. It was in honor of John and that post that I had with John making vegan pizza in his kitchen. So we decided we'd make us one today.
And we ate the other one earlier.
But you know what, you guys have been so wonderful, so supportive. Continue to share these videos.
Share it.
We're going to try to bring the best. No, we're not going to try. We're going to bring some of the best personalities. And let me just explain to you. Next week is Cat and Monk.
Okay.
These two brothers. Boom, boom. Anyway, we were thinking about.
No, not boom, 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 boom.
Well, all them booms.
Oh, boom, boom.
But what we need you to do is to make sure you share. So
because one of the reasons why we're bringing on people who just have defied the myths that, you know, a lot of people feel that you cannot get built without the protein.
Well, yes, it's the big hype.
And you get to really see people who've changed their lives and are doing it.
And the other thing is that you've noticed that all of our guests for the first month, our first shows, have been of color. That's because we're supposed to be the fastest growing demographic of vegans in the nation. So we decided that we'd share with you some of the vegans that we knew that are melanated. And so I hope you've enjoyed, everybody. Please tune in next week. Cat and Monk are going to be great. They're our personal friends. We love them. And we just got
and then after that, Marlon will be back. He's going to give some tips, maybe some fitness tips, as well as how old is Genesis now?
Oh, Genesis is like 13
she's
or
been
so.
a vegan. She's turned her life around. She's an activist. She speaks.
Yes.
Healthy. So just giving a little bit of everything. We got a series of doctors who are all vegan so that you can talk and get questions about your health issues and how they help people who have a lot of cardiologists, who especially vegan cardiologists who only work in that realm. So there's a whole lot of stuff, guys. Tune in. What's the problem?
We're going to say thank you so very much for tuning in to Sunday Bites and Tidbits with Babette
and Terrah.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Have a fantastic week. See you next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Bye-bye. Now, what did I do here? End. END. I was trying to be like Bewitched.